All right, so finally something I've been so excited to talk to you all about has happened, so I can talk about it. Sorry if you can hear the kittens playing in the background. They love this tunnel that makes crinkly noises, and so that's what we're listening to. Also, I'm having a hot flash, as you can tell. Anyway, so I've been so excited to talk about this for several weeks now, but I actually participated in endometriosis research, which will hopefully help a couple of years down the road now after they've finished their trial or whatever. It will hopefully help other people who are experiencing endometriosis and help for identifying endometriosis in the future. So what the research entailed was basically we went in and did a whole intake session. The lady was so sweet. We talked with her for a while. Both my mom and I were there, and we were just chatting with her about how difficult this has been, and she was just very empathetic and kind. So basically what the intake entailed is they went over a ton of background information, including like what kind of pain I have. Do I just have it constantly? How long has the pain been going on? What pain meds have I taken to try to manage it? What other symptoms have I had? It was like a very extensive background information for this to make sure that they gathered all the information that they needed. So basically it was just her asking me questions. I'm glad my mom was there too, because they asked some family history questions as well, and she filled out this information sheet for me, which I really do prefer because I have like processing issues. So a couple times I had to ask her to like repeat the question, or at one point she said appearance, but I heard appearance, like a parent's something something, and I was like, oh, my parents, and she was like, no, your appearance. So I have processing issues, so it was really helpful to do the intake for her to like verbally ask me all of the questions. So that was really awesome. That took maybe 45 minutes. I mean, we were just kind of chatting with her too, so it was really awesome. She was actually having a lot of the same symptoms that I had, just like personally, and so we were actually like really bonding over just how frustrating it is to have something that is not easily diagnosable or easily identifiable, and that you have to go to all of these different doctors and get all of these different tests done, and things aren't coming up on the test, so the doctors just don't know what it is and keep sending you to different specialists. And yeah, it was really good to kind of bond with her over that, honestly. So we did the whole intake section, and then pretty much the only other part of it was getting a bunch of like blood work done. I think they took like 5 vials of blood, and then they basically, after my surgery, they will do, I think it's 4 weeks after my surgery, they'll do like another question, kind of like the intake, but just the questions. They'll just ask me a lot of the same questions to see after surgery, has my pain decreased? Has it gotten better? What's gotten better? Where's my pain level now? Etc, etc. So they'll do pretty much, she said, the same questions that they asked me in the intake. They'll do them about 4 weeks after my surgery. So I am so incredibly grateful and excited to participate in this. Like I said, the intake person said that it would take several years for me to even hear back about my results, but they'll be using this, and this is the really exciting part. They will be using this information along with other people's blood work and results to hopefully, fingers crossed, diagnose endometriosis using only a blood test. You don't have to do laparoscopy surgery to get officially diagnosed. At this point, I've been diagnosed based on symptoms. We're like, I don't know, 90% sure or some very high percentage sure, because I have the typical symptoms of endometriosis, but you can't be 100% sure until they open you up through surgery, which like no one wants to go in for surgery, you know? So to have a non-invasive method of diagnosing endometriosis, that would be incredible. That would be game-changing, because a huge problem with diagnosing endometriosis is that it takes, on average, like 6 to 8 or 10 years for a person with uterus to become diagnosed with endometriosis. That is insane, considering how much pain, discomfort, how many other symptoms I have, like back pain and nausea. that can be attributed to endometriosis. So endometriosis can be absolutely debilitating. It can impact every area of a person's life. And that's the problem, is that it takes so long to get diagnosed, even though 1 in 10 women have endometriosis. That is insane. Like on average, you probably know a bunch of people with endometriosis. And so this would be a game changer to have a non-invasive, very quick blood draw, and then you could get results if you have endo. That could save so many women pain, time with getting treated, like all of these things. Life could just be so much better for us who have endometriosis. And so I was so incredibly excited and giddy to participate in this study. Yes, it did take extra effort and energy for me, and I just don't have any energy right now. So that was like the biggest barrier for me. Is at first I was like, oh, do I even have the capacity to participate in this? And then the longer I thought about it, I was like, I need to participate in this. This is so incredibly important. If I can do my part in helping people after me get diagnosed with this without having to do the surgery, get diagnosed faster, I need to do my part. Like, my whole mission of my life has been to make a positive impact. And so for me to feel like I was doing that again by pretty much just getting my blood drawn, which I have to get done every like month or so anyway because of all the tests, and they're checking my ferritin levels and so many things. Heck yeah, like that's so minimally invasive to be able to then help. So I was just so excited to be asked to participate in this. I'm so grateful I had the opportunity to do it. They did like compensate you for your time. I think you get like a $40 Amazon gift card, but I honestly would have done it for free because I think this is so incredibly important, and it made me feel like I was helping other people again, which I haven't felt like for a long time with my health journey, having to give up my company that was making such an impact, having to give up all my projects except this YouTube channel. So that was like an incredible feeling. But I really do want to use this channel to make an impact as well. I've been having a lot of comments actually recently on some of my YouTube videos, like different tests, like the EMG test that I did. That video has kind of taken off. Different tests like that I've done that people can look up and see what the test is like from someone who's gone through it, just from my personal perspective. Obviously everyone's gonna have a different experience, but to get some sense of it has been helpful for people, and people have been commenting on my videos, and that means so much to me. So thank you so much to people who have commented. I'm not really able to necessarily respond to everyone's comments just because I've been so sick. So some of them I see and it makes my day, and I might not respond, but I appreciate when people comment so much. So in some respects, I still feel like I'm trying to make an impact through this channel as well. And when people comment like that, it makes me feel like I am, and it really makes my day. So if any of my videos have ever like made an impact in your life, please let me know, because that really helps give me feedback that maybe I am making a difference through this channel. Because some days, not some days, every week it's really hard to get this video out. The amount of effort it takes to record it, this is the only thing I'll be able to accomplish all day. And then I have to edit it, and that takes a ton of energy. And so it's really hard to still do these videos and still be dedicated enough, and it impacts my health in a negative way sometimes, I would say, but also in a positive way, because it lets me kind of vent. It lets me talk about my experiences. It helps me connect with other people who have had similar experiences. So that's why I love when I get a comment, because then I feel connected to the people who are watching. And again, it makes me feel like I'm making an impact. So yeah, that was incredibly exciting, and that really, really made my week. Another thing that happened earlier last week was my anesthesiologist called that will be performing my anesthesia for my endometriosis surgery, which we are like a week and a half away from my endo surgery. I'm so excited. I know most people aren't excited for surgery, but I just want to have some relief. I want to have some answers. I want to know what's going on in there. But anyway, my anesthesiologist called, first time talking with her, and as she was asking me all of these questions, she was like, you're basically talking yourself out of the surgery. And I was like, So the problem is that on one hand, my cardiologist and my PCP have said, like, you are approved for surgery, like you are fine for surgery. But on the other hand, I have these symptoms like trouble breathing. I shallow breathe all the time now because I can't really take a deep breath. I feel like there's an elephant on my chest. Even when I take a deep breath, I feel like I can't get enough air. So I'm short of breath a lot. Like the longer I talk on this vlog, when I edit out a lot of pauses of me just trying to catch my breath. So I have chest pain as well. That was since the vaccine injury. All of these symptoms have been seen since the vaccine injury more than 2 years ago, and also since we think I got COVID earlier this year, and it's made all those symptoms a lot worse. So I essentially have long COVID now. So I have chest pain that will happen randomly. She was like, can you walk up 2 flights of stairs without being out of breath? And I was like, no, probably not even any stairs without being out of breath. I'm constantly not able to catch my breath, but that just obviously makes it worse. She was like, can you do grocery shopping or your own laundry? And I was like, no. She was like, are you in a wheelchair or have a walker? And I was like, no, but like, honestly, I have thought about a wheelchair for a while now, just to be able to like sit down when I need to. That would be an accessibility mobility aid for me that honestly might really help. But even that can be kind of annoying to have to like carry it around, or if things aren't accessible and there's not a ramp, etc., etc. So yeah, she was like, are you on oxygen? I was like, no, but you know, oxygen sounds really good. Maybe that would help me breathe better. Like all the questions she was asking, she was like, you are really talking yourself out of getting surgery. And I was like, see, that's the problem, is I want to answer honestly, but I really want this surgery. So like, that would be insane if these symptoms don't let me have the surgery because I can't help these symptoms. Like the cardiologist has said there is no cure for these symptoms. There's nothing that will make them better. And so like, until someone hopefully magically invents a cure for long COVID vaccine injury symptoms, dysautonomia symptoms, I don't have any options. And so like, I need this surgery, and my PCP was like, honestly, you'll be fine, you just have these symptoms, but it won't impact your surgery, she thinks. So that was really frustrating and a little scary, because I'm like, she was making me nervous. So she's gonna go talk to my PCP and my cardiologist, I think, and get the okay again, because they've all given me the okay. But that was like a really scary part of my week, I'm not gonna lie. So we'll see, fingers crossed. She did ask me to stop some of my supplements leading up to surgery, and I've had some issues with some meds that I've been taking, and they give me like bad side effects, but I really need them for their benefit. So it's just been a really stressful time trying to navigate all of that. But yeah, I can't believe that my surgery is coming up so fast. I think on the day of surgery, the surgery is going to be a Wednesday, and I'm going to try to upload a vlog that day still and get it uploaded, like edited ahead of time, and just schedule it and have it ready to go. I still need to do it, and I'm having a really hard time just uploading 1 video a week, let alone recording ahead and editing ahead for an additional week. So fingers crossed it all works out. But yeah, that's the update. So I will see you all soon, and pretty soon I'm gonna be having the endo surgery, and I can't wait to document that journey, hopefully, if I feel up to it, and share what that's like. So I will talk to you all soon, my friends. Bye.